just got done feeding the house, getting John out the door to go to the office. You know, he always goes out the door with a hot breakfast. I cook fresh food for the birds, and then I do the dishes and get my day started. So I'm definitely feeling a little bit better today from a pain level, but I'm definitely feeling the impact of hitting asphalt yesterday and getting hit by the door the way that I did. So I have to collect myself because I have to go back out shopping. And today I am going to a local fresh food farmers market called Sprouts Market. It's like a little mini Wegmans almost, because they have a lot of really unique things that you're just not going to see in other places. And prior to the pandemic, Wegmans used to have a bulk section where you could buy bulk grains and dried fruits and things of that sort. Now, we feed the birds all fresh organic bulk grains, and I make their dry bird food myself. And I'm able to do that by going shopping at a fresh food store to buy all of the ingredients that I need to mix it myself. I save money. I know what's going into it, and I can control the portions of the things that go in there that they like, versus having things in there that they're just going to throw out of their cage, because feeding a parrot is equivalent to buying $20 of groceries and throwing $17.50 of it on the floor. So you learn after almost 20 years how to feed them the things that they want to eat and the things that make sense, that don't involve pellets that are made of crude protein. And if you learn what really goes into crude protein, you will reconsider whether or not you're feeding that to your animal or yourself for that matter. So I'm going to get myself together, finish the dishes. I'm going to brush my hair and get out of my pajamas and try to collect myself, and then we'll head on out for a ride on this beautiful sunny day, and we'll probably see some forsythia blooming, and I'm certain that there's a lot more daffodils out there, and then we'll go shopping at Sprouts Farmers Market. Look at my little happy seedlings here. Everybody's growing tall, reaching for the sun. I am doing a rotation into the windowsill and under the grow lights here until I can get stuff outside to start to harden off. But speaking of which, let's take a walk outside real quick before I leave. Wow, look at this clear sky today, you guys. I think it's gonna be a nice one. Yeah, so it's like an hour later and I still didn't get myself together because I take care of everything else first. But I have to go out and run into the greenhouse. It's only 43 degrees out here right now. Oh, and this glorious sunshine. It is spring. It's only 43 degrees, but I'll bet it's at least 60 or 70 in the greenhouse. So I'm going to open the vents before I leave for the day, and we'll go check on the lupins as well. Look at the tulips are opening. Oh my goodness. My herbs are coming back to life. Yay. You can feel it. It is springtime, you guys. All right, let's get out here and open things up. Good morning, Lady Everly and Noor. Oh my goodness, they are my guardians. So we just have to open things up and then we're in. Good morning, greenhouse. Woo! Look at that. It doesn't feel like it's over 95 in here, though. It's actually very, very pleasant. Happy lupins! They survived the night, and it was in the low 30s last night. I kept them on the upper shelf to keep them in the warmest point of the greenhouse, and they seem like they are hanging on. Over here's my little tray of snapdragons that I'm getting ready to up-pot. And this is stuff here I have to get outside. My beautiful dazzling blue kale is reaching for the sky. Some more kale over there and some little lettuces, potatoes, radicchio. Here's my pansies that have to go into pots. Have some calendula, more radicchio. Let's see what is happening. No carrot action yet though, you guys. It's been a week. I don't know, I may have wasted a whole entire packet of carrot seeds trying to keep it uniformly moist, but it's really, really hard. All right, looking good. Going to now manually Open up my vent. See how things get stuck. This vent still gets stuck, but I don't mind coming out and opening it up. I'm actually going to open it. I can control how high I'm going to open it, and I can control when I'm going to lower it. So if a big storm comes, I can lower this thing immediately, which is just fine with me. I'm also going to come down here and open up my little bottom vent, because if it's already this warm in here, yes, nice circulating air, it would be, everything in here would fry if I didn't open it up. And you can see the ground temperature, it's not even 60 degrees on the ground. But you come over here, you can see what that temperature is. So this is crazy. This is a crazy little thing you're going to learn about having a greenhouse if it's your first time. Look, you guys. Happy birthday, baby spinach. We have some oceanside spinach coming to life. I see some giant noble. Oh my goodness, here comes some of the Bloomsdale long-standing. You see the little tiny sprouts? See, today was the day that we were supposed to go to Sprouts because we have sprouts happening in the yard. This is very, very cool. Morning, fishies. I'll give you guys some food later on today when the water temperature warms up a bit. Mr. Buddy, who is that? Mommy's going to the store. I'm going to go to Sprouts and get food for the babies. Yeah, for the babies. Who is that? We're going to go to the store, okay? I'll be back in a little bit. I'll be back. Will you kiss me? You don't want to kiss me today? Why not? Give me a kiss. I love you. Yeah. I'll be back. All right, bro, let's do a quick inspection of how much you ate. So today you ate your eggs, all of your salad, you had your cantaloupe and banana, and you ate cauliflower and broccoli and carrots. Yummarillo. There he is. He wants his bowl back. You guys, we made it. We're here at Sprouts. Hardest part to come into. This is right as you walk in the door. There's lots of baked goods here, you guys. I try to avoid this section, but you can see there's a lot of options. And then over here they have some bread items as well. This is a really nice store. sprouts. That took much longer than I thought because I don't come out here very often, a few times a year, and I try to buy everything in bulk. So they did move the inventory around, and it's a little hard to film in there because they play music and YouTube doesn't like that. So I got as much footage as I possibly could, and I'll go home and sort through everything, and I'll explain to you what I bought and why I bought it. So let's go take a ride on home and get started with the day. So we are home, and the countertop is an absolute disaster with food. So let's have a look and see what it is that I got. Okay, so sprouts cost me $87.50, but I assure you a bag of organic parrot food would be, I don't know, the last time I bought one of those, it was like $130. For a bag mixed with all of the things that I offer here. I like to get them that goes into the mix. This is organic farro. Now, the reason that farro is a good meal for them is because this has protein in it. Now you can cook this. These things that I bought here are not just parrot food. This is human food. And you know, so many times people have said to us, you guys eat like birds. And you know what? I want you to think about birds. Sometimes birds fly across oceans to get where they have to go. They're able to endure storms, and they live outside, and they have to forage for their food, and birds are resilient and strong. Birds fly. I mean, I know I won't fly from eating this type of food, but nonetheless, I think birds make the right choices. And in the wild, of course, they get their proteins from insects, which we can't offer. So, because we don't know what could have been treated, what an insect could have consumed. So we're not taking any chances with our guys. What happens in the wild is one thing, what happens in captivity is another. But farro is an excellent source of protein and other micronutrients. Real whole ancient grains are important for your body. So you can cook farro very, very simply and easily. It's similar to cooking brown basmati rice. And it's just a matter of knowing your water portion, how long to cook it, and making sure that you put a piece of foil tight across your pot while you're cooking it. And it cooks up beautifully, just like rice. They will eat it raw, so that's a grain that they get. It's the same thing with Bulgar wheat. Wheat is very, very important, and you can cook this up. It's a wonderful substitute for rice. It doesn't do terrible things to your body like rice does. So we always encourage people to eat real, natural grains. I also give them golden millet, and I want you to think about one of the things that are in, one of the main ingredients in bird food is millet. Birds will go through a field that have millet and wheat, and parrots in Australia will wipe out a field in an afternoon. So parrots are considered pests in parts of the world where they fly in huge flocks and there's farmers. So it's really, really important that we understand what it is that they want to eat. Flax is another thing. This is a mix of red and golden flax. I'll also add chia seed to this, and this will all get mixed together. I like to buy them some organic corn kernels. Now, we grow corn, but I don't grow the kind of corn that would be used for popping corn. So I'll put this into a hot air popper and offer them some delicious popcorn as a treat. I also give them banana chips that I'll break down into little pieces, and they can nibble on that. I'll give them a mix of cranberries and seedless raisins, some pineapple chunks. Here is some mango pieces, and I'll cut all of this up into little, very teeny tiny pieces. This is sweetened ginger. Now, this is not a great thing because it has sugar on it. We try to give them unsulfured, unsugared, unsalted items. always unsalted, but from time to time we will let them have good quality organic sweetened treats in their food. And every bag of commercial bird food has something that's either sulfured, treat it with salt, treat it with something to bring out the colors, treat it with food coloring, you just never know. But the inside of the ginger is very, very, very naturally sweet. And there's just a lot of really great benefits to eating ginger. So we do let them have this in small quantities. I also have a big bag of unsalted sunflower seeds. Seeds are a very, very important fat. Now, you'll hear people talk about the black striped sunflower seeds being very, very bad for birds, and it's very, very bad for people in large quantities. But the worst thing about sunflower seeds is that they are often grown in fields where they're grown for sunflower oil. Sunflower seed oil is grown for industrial purposes. They're treated with pesticides and all sorts of stuff. So I get the organic, roasted, unsalted sunflower seeds. This is something that will be partially for their bowl of food, and it will be for our daily salad, because sunflower seeds contain an excellent source of plant-based fat that your brain needs to function. You have to have fat, and seeds are one of the things that your fat should come from, as well as roasted unsalted pistachio. This is Alex's favorite, our pink bird. He loves pistachios. Another interesting thing that I give them is whole star anise. Now this has the little seeds inside of it. It smells incredible. It's very, very licoricey. This is an excellent source of detoxification, and I buy this bag just for them. And they will forage through the tiny little pockets in there and pick out the seeds, but I only let them have maybe one whole entire seed piece or star piece, and maybe once a week, just enough, because this is a good liver detox, and parrots are notorious for getting liver problems, fatty liver disease. They get toxins in their liver and they just can't process it. So something like star anise is a wonderful detox for the birds. I will also add beneficial and parrot-friendly flowers to my mix. This is organic rose hips, and I also have a bag of German chamomile or chamomile. Now I will be growing this. This was not the best batch. It was towards the end of the container that I was getting it from, but I'll still just add this into the food, and mainly Aki goes in after it because he really needs it. He needs to calm down, and I did notice that when I started feeding them organic whole chamomile flower, that they really did quiet down a little bit. Another little treat I'll add to this will be some organic cinnamon sticks in very, very small quantities, again, because we just don't want them to have too much of anything. They will chew this, they could potentially swallow it, and it won't hurt them. But too much of a good thing becomes a bad thing when it comes to birds. So you have to be very, very careful. And more than chewing it and swallowing it, they will just love the act of crunching it up and chewing it into little pieces. Now, this is all human grade. Every single thing is human grade products here. So, you know, you can take this and grind it down yourself, and you can have it on your oatmeal. You could let it soak in a cup of tea. You can do so many things with real organic cinnamon stick. And you'll see in a part of the video where I went down the aisle where they just have jars and jars of different tea flowers. They had elderberry, they have thistle. There's all sorts of stuff that I didn't even dive into. It's a little hard to completely film in there and talk through the audio. That's Aki. And make sure that I'm showing you everything I buy. Now, a trip to Sprouts is not everything that I put into their food. I'll also add some unsweetened coconut to their mix. They don't love coconut, but again, it's a good source of fat and it's organic, and this is a majority of what will go into the mix, but I also add almonds and pecans, and they get walnuts and cashews, a lot of nuts. And I'm trying to think if oats, organic oats will go into it. And again, this doesn't seem like it would be a very appetizing thing to eat, but when you think about parrots in the wild, again, this is basically all the stuff that they would go after, and I chose it. I know what it went through. I know what I bought, and this is what they will get. So finally, there's not a trip to Sprouts that would be complete without a seed haul from Botanical Interest. So I did grab a few things that I think you guys will love. Look at this beautiful nasturtium, Alaska variegated. I thought that was really, really pretty, so I grabbed that. And I did the butterscotch nasturtium. And I got another Fiesta blend of nasturtium. Now, mind you, I already have a lot of nasturtium, but because we expanded our bed so much, and nasturtium really does attract pollinators, it is a trap crop. A lot of bad things will go to it, but the pollinators love it. Nasturtium is a key flower that you want to have in your garden, so I'm happy to have a ton of varieties. You don't have to ask me twice. I bought a new variety of calendula. I heard someone in the UK refer to it as calendula. So, you know, I never really know if I'm saying things appropriately. Another flower that I'm going to sow will be this beautiful variety, mixed variety of zinnia. And then I bought a pack of common chives because the chive seed that I harvested from my own batch did not germinate. And I don't want to miss out on adding chive to the garden because it's a great insect repellent. This is something that, and it flowers. This is like allium. You can sow this and get it germinated and add it into your garden where you might have deer or rabbits, and they won't bother this. And then you'll get these beautiful little purple flowers that will come up. So you really can't go wrong with chives. So that's about the extent of this haul. That took me a very, very long time because I got lost in the store, just being in there and listening to music. Now I'm gonna put this away and grab the kids and take them outside on this beautiful spring day. The ride home was just gorgeous. It's nice and warm. All of the trees are flowering. The pear flowers are white. There's pink cherry flowers, and serviceberry trees are coming up there, and eastern red buds are blooming beautiful purple flowers. There was yellow forsythia everywhere, and all the maple trees are starting to get beautiful red buds on them, and it just made me realize that I needed to get home because I have to get back out into the greenhouse and sow a whole new variety of seeds. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Do check out Sprouts, go online, see if there's a location near you, and if it's not too far away, it's worth a 30-minute drive to go to the store and see what they have, and you can start learning how to cook with real ancient grains and adding that into your diet, and maybe you'll realize that eating like a bird is not such a bad thing. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next video.